You fucking button 6635299. Agent 99 calling Agent 99. Commence broadcast now. Or not now. How about now? Special fucking episode called The Return of the Great White Ape. Who is the Great White Ape, you all ask? Who indeed is the Great White Ape? Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself, you Great White Ape. Cue Charles Whedon. Cue Charles Whedon. Stage left. Enter stage left.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by Great White Ape. Only thing that really comes to mind is that Rampage movie.
I still haven't seen it yet, bro. Thanks for the spoiler, asshole.
It's not a fucking spoiler.
Thanks for the spoiler, asshole.
Dude, if you've seen the trailers, you've seen George in the fucking trailer, so it's not a spoiler.
Exactly.
It's a joke, Lewis. It's a joke, Lewis.
This video is not live.
It is so live.
It is not.
It is live. I'm looking at it saying live. You goblin
Dude,
cock.
I went to 2 different computers and it's not showing up.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me... You're still not in the God's official Discord server, are you?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to post it in there. I'm going to post it in there. Mathsart is saying, what's going on with the show? Where is it? But that was at 5:21 because I told him 5 minutes at about 5:20. Lose. Why am I writing Lou? Lose. I put Lou apostrophe S. Lose what? What is Lou doing? Lou's gay. I'll just write Lou's gay.
You're gay.
Lou is gay. Charles, you're the Great White Ape because this is episode 15 of the Hashtag
And there's
Nothing
no show.
This is season 2, episode 3 of the Hashtag Nothing Show, and it is the first time you're officially on live. Yes, you were on the first show, but it was a pre-recorded segment. You had to be there. I had to have you on that first show. I just could not move on without one of you fuckers in there. But this is it. Here we are, 15 episodes later, and it is the return of the great white ape, Charles Whedon. So exciting!
Yep.
Drop that same link in our chat.
I will. I'm going to fucking put the stupid link right inside of you right now. Link to the sausage. I stuck it in you. It's inside of you now.
Okay, there we go. It's not working.
What do you mean it's not working? It says
it has
we're
a big
live.
exclamation point. It's not working.
Right. I get what you're saying, but on the dashboard, it's telling me that I am live.
But on YouTube, it's not showing anything.
I get that, but then what are we doing now? Are we broadcasting to the deep web? What is happening?
We're broadcasting to no one. Hence why Matt Sart sent that.
No, he said it because we weren't there. 20 minutes later. Yeah, he just said, are you sure that's the link? As it's just coming up with a gray exclamation mark. What?
Thank you.
The fuck? What the fuck? That's fucking... Why is it a red exclamation mark?
Red? Mine is gray.
I mean gray, sorry. Why is it an exclamation mark, period? A red
because
exclamation
it's not
mark.
showing.
Look, I just clicked on it. It's playing.
Red. Mine is gray.
I mean gray, sorry. Why is it an exclamation mark, period?
Stop broadcast and rebroadcast.
Wait.
Take two.
Wait. Hold on. Try it now. Click that bitch now. Click that motherfucking link now.
There we go.
It said we were private. It said the first, sorry folks, the first fucking 6 minutes of the show was private. I wonder how that fucking finishes. Oh my god. Sweating underneath my tits right now. So I'd like to inform you all it is 92 degrees in my room right now, and I'm pretty much wearing nothing but a pair of Daisy Dukes. Sure, they're not actual Daisy Dukes, meaning they're not cut-off jean shorts, but they are very small black shorts that one would not wear outside unless they were a Europeaner.
Where's Matt Sart at?
European. I don't know. He would just get here.
Is he in your Discord?
Just showed up. Try now, I wrote to him. Try now.
He must be in your Discord.
Yes, he joined the Discord after the last show. So did that person claiming to be Godwin Poe, a.k.a. Toby. They also joined. So Toby's back in the chat under a new name now.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
He just can't stay away from you?
No. He loves us too much. Where is my goddamn reefer?
So, Charles, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
You've been, MIA for a while.
Yep.
It's because he doesn't like me.
Well, no, because nobody offered a call from me.
Because I don't want to pressure you. I would invite you to every single show, Charles. Every single one. But I don't want to pressure you. I want you to come on your own. Because it kind of felt like you were being forced along for a while for the ride.
Yeah. Well, it did feel like I was being forced, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be rude.
But I could.
How are you being
I'm
forced?
a psychic, Charles. Don't forget that. I know what's inside of you. I can see into the hearts of men.
Oh, man. But no, it's just, look, whenever you guys want to do a call, I'm available. All you have to do is just ask if I want to be, if I want to come to a call.
But don't leave it just on us. You could initiate yourself. Hey, you guys in the mood to do a show? You know how to reach out.
Again, Charles, Lou and I don't want to push it on you. Like, we know you're going to say yes. If we message you and say, hey, we want to do a show, you're going to go, inside of yourself, you go, God damn it. And then you'll go, absolutely, guys, let's do it. So we don't want to
Okay.
force you. That's all.
That's actually kind of scary how you know that about me.
Like I
'Cause
said,
that's
I could see into the hearts of
now.
men, but I can't see where I put my reefer. So oh my god, I am so fucking moist right now, guys. I'm so moist. Hey, I met somebody last night at a party
You did?
who is a one-time football star. He's now a football coach. Obviously can't say his name, but he lives by Sandy Hook, 10 minutes away from where the shooting took place, and he was there when it happened. He lived there. And this is really of interest to everybody outside of you two. So I'll keep it short. I won't suffer you guys with this. We'll get more
What's his
into it
name?
in the future. But this guy, who's a respected member of the community and lives there, he says the whole Sandy Hook thing was fucking faked, and he says everybody out there believes it. He says nobody knows any of the people who were mentioned on the news. Nobody knows any of these families who died, who had kids who died, etc. And here's the big fucking creepy part. This motherfucker says that school, the Sandy Hook school, doesn't exist. He says it's been closed down for years and years, and that they demolished it immediately after the Sandy Hook shooting. What do you guys think of that?
I need evidence. I need like actual records, evidence, and not just video footage or photo footages. I need to see this with my own eyes in order for me to believe it.
I do too, but hearing it from somebody, if you're to believe what I'm saying, it's a respected football star, one-time football star, current football coach for a private school, and a respected member of the community who lives there. I've never thought Sandy Hook was staged. I've always said my piece on it. I think at best they brought in crisis actors after the fact. But now that this guy says this shit, I actually want to fucking... I'm going to be looking into this now because that's weird. The school wasn't even open. Nobody knows who these families are that are dead, and he claims the whole area around Sandy Hook disbelieves it, like 90% of the people. That's fucking crazy.
Again, who is this guy?
He's a football star, and he's a football coach.
Name.
What the fuck is his name?
I can't give his name.
Why?
Because he's going to come on the show eventually. He just moved a few towns away from me, and he's got no friends. I got no friends, and we hit it off last night. We had a great time.
What the fuck is his name?
I can't tell you what his name is.
Then he's not a football star.
You can't give it. He'll give up his name if he wants to when he comes on the show.
That's a crock of bullshit.
No offense, Todd, but I'm not going to believe this guy if he's not willing to have his name revealed, because he says he was a one-time football star. Well, if that's the case, anyone who understands football and is enthusiastic about it would have heard his name at least once.
Maybe, right, but he might want to say his name. I'm just saying I'm not going to give his name based off of a fucking party conversation last night. That's giving up a source. For now, he's an anonymous source. Soon.
So now we're fucking reporters?
Soon he may become a anonymous. Not an anonymous, but anonymous source. Who's messaging me on this Discord? What the fuck is this? Maths art. Wanting to be my friend. How fucking dare him? Sending me friend requests during nothing shows, you bastard. So that, I just wanted to put that up there. I wanted to let you guys know that's something.
Did he tell you what team?
No. No.
Gay.
All I know is the guy may not have even gone far in football. He's a young guy, maybe a little younger than me. Well, no, he's definitely younger than me. Probably, maybe.
Dude. Football career, you don't really last long in football.
Yeah.
Depending on your position.
The thing is, he came from an area where drug dealing and shit, and
the average life of a football player.
Yeah, the story I got from him last night, but then we got distracted by his girl's ass, because apparently her ass wins competitions, and then there was this other guy there who looked like the singer of like fucking 3 Days Grace or something, who was jealous of her ass winning the competition because apparently he's in the same competition as her. So that totally distracted any conversations we were having, and the focus was all on how is your girl's ass in a competition and why is he jealous over it. Why is this other dude jealous that he's not winning? And I didn't get good answers either to that. I didn't get good answers to anything. But the point is, what he did tell me was shit got fucked up for him as his career got started because he got back into the drug game and shit, I believe it was, or he was wrapped up in some sort of that shit. And it fucked up his shit. But then he got his life back on track, and now he's a football coach for a private school.
Yeah.
So Great Force Interrogator has a few questions.
Good, let's hear him. What does Toby want to know? Ask him. What is it, Toby?
So Charles, how was Rampage?
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
It's one of those movies that, you sit back with a bag of popcorn and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it was just a stupid, fun movie. I mean, I didn't really think much into it. I didn't take it too seriously. I thought the relationship between Dwayne Johnson and the gorilla was freaking hilarious.
Especially at the end, but we'll leave that alone.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny. Yeah, and I also like just like how they said like, oh, we're not going to be able to reduce his size. He's going to stay like super big for the rest of his life. He's just not going to be aggressive anymore. And I'm like, okay, cool. Overall, I liked Rampage. I thought it was a fun movie.
Yeah, but did we get Lizzie at all?
No.
That pisses me off, number one. Number two,
Who's
I
Lizzie?
waited my whole life.
Lizzie was the female monster.
The lizard.
Yeah.
Well,
wait. No. Kind of went with the lizard as being the crocodile.
Yeah.
Well, no. There was a mutated crocodile. There was one. It was huge, had spikes all over it. But remember, these animals were just mutated animals. They weren't originally people.
Yeah, well.
So none of the actual affected people were in the movie.
Ooh, I found it. I found my stuff. Yay. I was waiting my whole life, literally, since that game was in the arcades. I've been waiting to see Lizzie naked on the big screen. I've been waiting for her to transform back into a lady and run off naked, covering her boobs and vagina.
Well, that part they were never going to do.
I know, and I'm mad about it.
That part was never going to happen.
Why?
Well, if you know they
why
weren't
do you
going to
think
do it, why are
Rampage
you
was
mad?
awesome? Do you really think it was just because of the monsters? It's because it was the first time in the fucking 80s that you're seeing a fucking naked girl on your fucking computer screen. Everyone was playing that game to lose. Like they were. The naked Lizzie was a major part of the success of Rampage. And I think it's a shame they didn't honor that.
If you say so. I mean, I never played
Dude,
Rampage.
it was the 80s. You had Beat 'em and Eat 'em. You had games where you stood on roofs jerking off at the fucking ladies' mouths.
Dude, you had some weird people around your circle.
No, I just played video games. You never heard of Custer's Revenge? Beat 'em and Eat 'em? None of that shit?
Nope.
Pretty sure Beat 'em and Eat 'em was basically a game about rape. I've only played an emulator of that one. You just stand on a roof jerking off at the people's mouths as they walk by. It's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Well, never played. Not a gamer. I'm shocked Charles doesn't know about this stuff.
No, I didn't play Rampage until many years later. I mean, I played it when I was in my teens.
Yo, man, back in the old days, Rampage and what the fuck was that cowboy game? I can't remember its name. It was a side scroller. It was so good. Almost every fucking pizza joint or place you walked into had these two games. Rampage and the fucking whatever that fucking it's pissing me off that I can't remember that cowboy game's name. That game is so good.
Yeah.
Old cowboy arcade game.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Charles,
Sunset Riders.
Wake up, man.
Sunset Riders. Charles, have you ever played Sunset Riders?
Name sounds familiar, but I can't really place it.
You're no gamer. You're just another modern fad boy. And I said fad, folks. Fad.
I did not get into gaming like as hardcore as I am now until right around the same time the original Xbox came out. Prior to that,
young. You are younger. What are you, like 30, 33?
32. I turned 33 this year.
I was going to say 32, but it's been a while, so I figured maybe you were 33 now.
You know when my birthday is.
Listen, you'd be surprised if I know how old people are. I don't even know how old I am half the fucking time. I really don't.
Charles, you want to hear something interesting besides this conversation?
What?
The Geeks of the Round chat is no more.
Oh, it got shut down completely.
Yeah, Deanno left, leaving the only person, Knuckles, in it.
Well, if Deanno left and Matt left, then Knuckles is not that far behind.
Knuckles is the only one in the chat.
He's the only one there.
Isaiah left, I want to say 2 weeks ago. 2 Saturdays ago. And then Deanno came. Actually, no. Isaiah left on a Thursday. Deanno messaged the Geeks of the Round chat on Saturday mid-afternoon and said, fuck it. And he left. So after Deanno left, I left too, leaving just Knuckles.
Fuck it almost sounds like he was angry or something. Like, almost like, well, fuck it, I finally give up. But it's like, dude, Deanno, you said fuck it like 3 or 4 years ago already.
Yeah, I mean, Geeks of the Round has been dead on arrival for like years.
True.
Yeah. I mean, when was the last time we actually had a Geeks of the Round call?
The last episode of Game of Thrones of season 6.
Season 6. Okay.
Well, no, hold on. How many seasons have we gotten right now?
7. We're about to go into season 8.
Okay, so the last call was in season 7.
Okay. Seriously, what the hell? I mean, look, I understand Deanno and Matt have other stuff to deal with. They got their jobs. They got other crap to deal with. That's fine. But, I mean, he can't really complain about everyone leaving an already dead text channel. I mean, hell, look, I left.
I think you're the only one in the whole entire Geeks of the Round that isn't bombarded with other things in life. Like, even Isaiah, motherfucker's in school, he's interning at place. I don't know how this motherfucker's interning to be mental help for other people when he needs mental help, but, Isaiah's got some shit going on. Let's introduce, we have another person in the call. We have the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, hailing from the United KKK, from the UKKK. What's his name? Mathsar. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello. How you doing?
Wonderful. Have you brought tea and crumpets for everybody?
Well, if you're interested, we are currently having a CO2 shortage, so actually, no.
Let me guess. Tea and crumpets in the UK is really a euphemism for dick and balls, right? So when all of us dumb Americans are like, ooh, I love tea and crumpets, we're really saying we love dick and balls, and it's all your joke, isn't it?
It could be that cause, but we are actually having a CO2 shortage, so we're not actually able to buy crumpets.
What?
Yeah.
Rewind.
Yeah, currently there's a CO2 shortage, so we can't buy cider or beer. It says a reduction on them. And then we've also had a loss in regards to crumpets because they use that to make them. So apparently,
so they took beer, cider, and crumpets away from the fucking United Kingdom people, huh?
Honestly, you should see our soda shelves. It's hilarious. Like half the shelves are just empty because all the companies can't get the CO2 to make their fizzy drinks.
Is it because of Donald Trump?
I don't think it is because of Donald Trump. No.
Fuck it, just blame Donald Trump. He gets blamed for everything else.
You mean like with the Harley Davidsons?
Yeah, like tariffs, shit like that.
Yeah, but nothing to do with that. I mean, I just love reading news about him.
Do you people care about the Harley thing?
Well, not over here. I mean, we don't really see him that often.
because I know we have some so-called celebrities like the fucking Jagaloon from Bloodhound Gang, my favorite band, but I always hated the face of the bass player, Evil Jared Hasselhoff, and now I really dislike him. He's posting up on the internet, basically how Trump's an asshole because we won't be having Porsches and Ferraris, and instead we'll be trading them in for fucking Pyongyangs and Byongkangs. And it's like, it's just pretty sickening. Like, if you care, if the United Kingdom cares that you're not getting Harleys, fuck you guys. If people around here care that we're not getting Ferraris and Porsches and shit, fuck us. You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about the highest level of excess. These are frivolous items, and that's what people seem to be fucking fighting over. You know what I mean? Like, they actually have the left wing fighting for the right for us to have Porsches and fucking Ferraris. The left wing underdog fucking nobodies are fighting for the rich man's toys.
Precisely. I mean, we wouldn't have the money to buy Porsches and Ferraris anyway, so it wouldn't really make a difference to us.
Well, no, we get the Ferraris from you, or whatever from we get them from Italy, right? I'm just saying, we get them out of America. Now, everybody who's not in America is considered you. That's how we live here in America.
Oh, great. Okay. So now
it's us, and then it's the rest of you.
Of course.
It's the American way.
So I can see that Isaiah is still doing videos on his YouTube channel.
Who?
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Isaiah, whatever.
Yeah.
Is he now?
So I was trying to find
Sounded like you just said Messiah.
Channel, so
I thought that's what he said too. Messiah's back on the internet. Oh my god, imagine Isaiah was the Messiah.
Oh, God. If Isaiah ends up being the second coming of Christ, then we're all fucking screwed.
We thought it was Marley Sheen around here, but little did we know it's been Isaiah the whole time.
Isaiah's always posting videos. It's just no one watches them because they're his gaming videos.
Well, no, it's not just that. He also does opinion-based videos, and apparently nobody really agrees with his opinions. And
nobody watches that neither.
I don't agree with his opinions, and I don't watch his shit. I mean, Isaiah is a lunatic. He's my best friend, but
you know
he's a
what's
lunatic.
fucked up, Charles?
What?
You don't watch our shit, and you're supposed to be a member. You don't even know when we're live. Nothing, because you're probably not subscribed.
I'm the only one here who watches our shit, okay? Okay, Lewis. I'm the only one who watches this crap.
I'm a part of it, so I don't have to rewatch it.
Yaha, that's how football ballers know how to do their football balling.
No, they study tape.
Right. This is studying the tape. I gotta watch these stupid shows, see where the pauses didn't work, see where this... Sometimes, look, can I tell you, this is why watching the shows has benefited me. Sometimes I will really be floundering in a statement, and I'll feel like I am bombing completely. But then I'll go back and listen to it, and the pauses are not as pregnant as they felt. The statement is more made than I thought it was. So I learned two things by watching. A, I don't have to keep it over-explaining myself when I feel my point has not gotten out, because it actually has. And B, when I feel that I'm bombing, just keep going because it's not as bad as I think. So I learned those things, and it made it better. And now, when I do shows, those are less of an issue, those two things.
Did you see the podcast channel wants to do some voice chats? They're trying to figure out what day of the week.
I did see that. It looks like everyone's agreed on Sunday, so I didn't even bother voting. Every other day has one vote, and Sunday is... Dude, actually, it's supposed to be... They have 7 emojis representing 7 days, and you're supposed to click an emoji to pick your day. But I looked at underneath it, and there's like 15 different emojis under it. So people are picking days that don't exist, apparently.
Hey, I guess that works too. Are you gonna participate in it?
Yeah, probably. Why not, if I'm home?
You're always home.
You're right, I am. But yet Lou here, Lou only wants to fucking do shows with me if I'm sitting in my 92-degree room our office. He won't do shows with me because we failed trying to do a moving test. I tried to do a test in the car. That didn't work out. So now we can't even do shows if I'm sitting in a stationary position with fucking perfect internet. Lewis won't do it unless I'm in the house suffering.
Get
Why don't you
AC,
just
bro.
just get a fan?
I have fucking 3 fans blowing on me, and they're blowing in 92-degree air.
Just open a window.
See, Charles, you were the reason why Geeks of the Round fell apart. Because you
How in the
left.
hell is it my fault?
Because you left. When you left, everyone else left.
So what? I'm like the literal, well, maybe not the literal glue, but I'm the glue that kept the community together.
Yes. You're the glue that keeps us all sane.
Exactly. I mean, I've been waiting for you to come back for ages, Charles.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God. Well, it's nice to feel wanted.
Todd is the glue that drives us apart, while you're the glue that keeps us together.
That doesn't make any sense,
We
Lou.
are the yin and yang, Charles. I am the disruptive force in our group that pushes us further, and you are the strong bond that pulls us all back.
Oh man, what the hell?
I am so I taste so salty right now. It's not even funny.
Well, stop licking your own sweat.
It's my
Yes,
lips.
dude,
Like
that's just.
my lips are sweaty. My whole face is sweaty, and I'm like licking my lips, and it just tastes like I poured salt on my head.
Yeah.
So, Charles, tell us about your experience in Jurassic World and that super theater.
Oh my God. Yeah, I went to see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and I went with my grandfather, and we were thinking we were going to get the standard theater, just ordinary theater, no 3D, no extra crap, just seats, food in the movie. Well, no, it turned out that the website does not know the difference. The website I checked for showtimes does not know the difference between standard and XD. And I thought we were going to see standard, but we ended up going to see XD. And my God,
I don't know where the chairs shake or something, isn't it?
It's a super enhanced theater.
It's a super enhanced theater. It has like complete surround sound. The volume is so fucking loud. When the sound first started going off, I thought I was going to lose my hearing. That's how loud it was.
I would have loved that theater.
I would have asked for them to turn it up a few notches.
But no, it was intense. It was. My grandfather, he started freaking out and putting his fingers in his ears trying to stop the sound. Yeah.
He started freaking out. No, make it stop. I don't know why your fucking grandfather was retarded in my mind, but no, make it stop, Charles.
But no, the movie was it actually did enhance the experience of going to the movie, but I don't know. It's just I don't know if I would ever do XD again. Probably not, because
I like. Do you have to
no?
wear
It was not 3D. It was not 3D. No,
so it's just a sound experience.
Yeah, it's a wider screen and it's a louder sound. That's
interesting. And how much more of a ticket?
For me and my grandfather together, because he paid for both tickets, it was like $20.
You know, that's pretty. Oh, that's normal price, and it's pretty cool, Charles, that you get to like be a 32-year-old man and like, yeah, I went to the movies with my grandfather. Like that's pretty cool.
How is it? What's so? It's ordinary day for me. Why would that be cool?
Right.
Or not?
It's an ordinary
because
day.
You're hanging out with your grandfather
at 33. Usually at 33, grandfathers are dead or fucking invalid. And like you're getting to go to a movie and have like this good, you're having a good relationship with your grandfather. It's pretty cool.
Yes, my grandfather is a badass,
and he's living.
Yeah, I can't go to the movies with my grandfather. My grandfather's 91, and he doesn't speak a lick of English.
So you guys go watch foreign films.
Well, my grandfather is in his late 70s, I think.
Yeah, so he's banging young, huh?
Well,
But the fact,
well, technically speaking, my grandfather is my step grandfather. He's my mother's stepfather.
Oh. Well, that still
Yeah.
counts.
My grandmother, who is married to my grandfather, she is actually older than him.
Isn't it weird how step grandparents somehow count more than step parents? Like
because they're more receptive and all this other shit, where some step parents are just assholes.
Okay. How did we start talking about movies and then we start talking about like why our step grandparents more?
What, have you never been
connectable?
on a nothing show? Jeez, I know it's 15 episodes later and 2 seasons later, but come on, bro.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we just talk about everything.
Yes,
That's what it
we
is.
talk about everything and we talk about nothing. Hashtag nothing show.
Nothing show.
Like, I have the opportunity to go see The Purge tomorrow.
The what?
The Purge.
You better go see that, you piece of shit. You better go see that.
Purge, yeah.
I'll never talk to you again if you don't.
I'm not going to see it because I didn't see any of the other ones. I've never.
Well, this is the prequel. So
I know
this
it's
is where
a prequel.
it started all.
Yo,
I know it's a prequel.
Did you see the whole catch of it? It's pretty fucking cool because when Marissa Tomei apparently is the one who starts the Purge, and it's all about the first Purge, and when it starts, everyone's partying. Nobody's killing each other or doing nothing crazy. Everyone's just getting high and fucking and having a crazy party. So they have to send in government agents to incite the violence.
Yeah,
and that
I like that
awesome
idea.
plot.
I do. I like that idea quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait for it. And the TV series got its trailer, and the TV series actually looks pretty fucking good.
Well, so they released the trailer for the show.
Yep. It came out like 3 days ago, and it looks... Listen, you might have to watch it on 2 different sources, because I watched it on my computer screen, and it looked... No, I'm sorry. I watched both times on my TV, but the first time I played it from one source on YouTube, and it looked like a soap opera. It looked really poorly produced. And then I played the same video from a different source, and it looked fucking awesome. So, try to. If it doesn't look good the first time, try again.
All right, well, I'm looking it up now. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Don't mind me, folks. Oh, this is going to be on USA. Are you kidding me?
Why are you tripping? USA puts out good shows.
Oh my God! Every show that I've watched from USA has been too melodramatic and more so than the CW shows, which is very hard to do.
I'm gonna tell you, the last knowledge I have of USA Network literally is, I'm Gilbert Godfrey, and this is Up All Night. Worst Gilbert Godfrey ever. Or that big-titted lady. I am so-and-so, and this is USA's Up All Night.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was the best time. There was at night, USA Up All Night, or USA Up All Night, was like late night programming of like B movies and shit like that, and like exploitation films, hosted by originally Gilbert Godfrey, and then by, I believe, somebody named Julie something. I can't remember her name. Julie Big Tits was her name.
Okay, the trailer looks kind of stupid. It does not look good.
Try another source, because I thought the same thing. I was super disappointed, and then I watched it immediately after, and I was like, well, wait a minute. This is not as bad looking as I thought. Remember, they got to space it out. It's not going to be all fucking all stuff. Hey, we got another feller here. Okay.
It's going to be a 10 episode event. So that means an hour an episode, so about 10 hours overall. So yeah, they're going to have to stretch it out quite an episode. Whatever. I'm running commercials in the same boat, man. But I don't know, just I don't normally watch USA shows.
You don't watch any shows. Let's be fucking real. Told you to watch Freeform, and you had a hissy fit. Cloak and Dagger is actually pretty interesting.
Well, I've already missed so much, and I never got around to just watching the encore. I'll just have to wait until it's available for streaming. It'll probably come to Hulu or something.
Probably Hulu.
Yeah.
But no, it's It's an interesting show. I like. I binged the first 5,
Mm-hmm.
and it plays well. I mean, it's not cheesy. It's kind of like The Runaways.
Well, The Runaways looks cheesy.
The Runaways wasn't cheesy. The Runaways was actually good.
Yes, and I just recently found out that I now have access to a Hulu subscription, so I will be able to watch more Hulu shows now.
Your grandparents?
No, my mother.
Uh,
Yeah. So now I have access to Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video. I really need access to Amazon Prime Video because Expanse is now an Amazon exclusive.
There's other ways, but you know.
I'm not going to fucking pirate it, man. You know that.
You could have bought it.
So, Charles, are you going to be here more often, or is this just a one-off?
I'm going to try to come in like whenever you guys do it, but you need to let me know when you're doing a call. That way I know when to show up.
Who the fuck is this?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the chat.
It's Quasi Hazelback. Welcome, Quishy. It's Kushi Mushubish. He's here now.
Kiwi. I remember him.
He dropped out.
Oh.
Well,
I don't think he'll know you, Charles, but you know.
Charles, what was your take on Pacific Rim 2?
I thought I already told you that.
Ooh, but I didn't hear it, and I know you were a big fan of 1 and you were waiting for 2. Let me ask you this real quick. Is Charlie Day in it?
No, he's not.
That's lame.
Charlie Day?
Nope. The only
Charlie Day is in it.
No, he isn't. Oh, wait, no, Charlie Day. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Charlie Hunnam. Oh, the blonde guy, the guy that was the pilot of the Jaeger. No, Charlie Day is in it. Yes, he is.
Does he have a large role or just a little one?
No, he's got an intriguing role.
He's got an intriguing role. That's the word I would use, yeah.
We'll just leave it at that because we have both seen the movie.
Yeah.
And if we tell you any more, it would be a spoiler.
Well, then I'm going to have to fucking watch it. Sucks.
But I will say that I went into the movie with very low expectations because the marketing campaign was god awful. I hated the marketing campaign for Pacific Rim Uprising. So I went into the movie with extremely low expectations, and I came out very entertained. I liked the movie. In some ways, I actually like it more than the first movie. Because the first movie, the story was all kinds of fucked. But the only real reason to watch the first movie was for the Jaeger versus Kaiju battles. Now, in Pacific Rim Uprising, the story was much more refined. And it was done a hell of a lot better. I think that's because Guillermo del Toro had no involvement with the story's development. So, and he has a reputation of telling stories in a certain way that may not be received well. But, no, Pacific Rim Uprising, in my opinion, was definitely better than the first one.
There you go, Charles.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
now you have another movie to add to your I'm going to watch but never going to watch list.
Yeah. What the hell am I rolling up against?
So you still playing Fallout then, are you, Charles, or have you given up on that now?
What, Fallout?
Yeah.
I've beaten it. I've beaten Fallout 4 twice now. And
what?
Yeah.
I've beaten every Fallout at least twice.
Yeah.
Well, okay, not Fallout 1 and 2.
I would love to play Fallout 3 again, but unfortunately my copy on Steam is not optimized for any operating system past from Windows 7 or onward. So basically, if you try to run the game on any recent Windows operating system, it will crap out on you like a bunch of times. It'll crash like 6 times within like 3 minutes. So yeah, the only Fallout game that I've played recently is Fallout 4, and I've beaten it twice.
I am fucking dying here. Welcome back, Wee Wee. Does it work? Queewee, you're muted. You're gonna need to unmute yourself, Quadric.
So now, how about your take of Proud Mary?
Oh my god, I couldn't even finish the fucking movie. It
What is
was
Proud Mary?
boring. It was boring. Don't worry your pretty little head about it, Todd. It's nothing you need to concern
Well, then can we go
yourself
back
with.
to Fallout, because we really didn't get to talk about Fallout 76, and both Charles and I were fearing it was going to be in like a Fortnite type game, which was the rumors. Turns out it's not that. But what is this shit that every single person you meet in the game is going to be a real person?
No.
Basically, what that means is that there's not going to be any NPCs.
Yeah, I get it. How? So if you and I are playing, are you going to play the part of like major story character? I don't get it. What's going on there? Because I know we got the biggest map ever, and everything is customizable beyond any of the
way
games.
The way they explained it, well, this game is going to be known as a sandbox game, which means that when you go into the world, it's basically being tossed into the game world, and they say, "Go nuts,
so
do whatever the fuck you want."
There's no story at all.
You make your own story.
Huh? That sounds exciting.
It does sound exciting to certain people, but I need a narrative for me to work off of.
So do I, because how are we going to do it? How is it going to work, Charles? Everybody has to be playing at the same time to keep the same story. Like how?
And the thing is that there is a limit to how many people can be in a single map at one time.
How many?
Todd Howard said that it wasn't going to be 1,000 or 100; that it was only going to be a few dozen, and that's it.
And that's supposed to fill the whole story? How is this a few dozen people fill an entire story? Are we playing roles? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. All I know is that pretty much what's going to happen is you jump into the game world and then you do whatever the fuck you want. You can hijack a missile silo and nuke the hell out of your friend's base, which is going to be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, that's very fun sounding.
Yeah. But no, it's just it's one of those types of games where it's like you choose your own adventure. That's what it is.
Hey, I used to read those fuckers all the time.
I don't really care for games like that because, like I said, I need a narrative to work off of. If I have to make it up as I go along, I'm sorry, that's just not fun for me. It feels more like work.
What about the new Skyrim titles that they announced?
What?
Oh, you mean Elder Scrolls 6?
What?
Look, I'm going to forgive Lou for saying that because he's not a gamer compared to the rest of us, so he doesn't understand. But
you can't forgive me though for not knowing about this, because I should certainly have known.
It's the same series as Skyrim. Skyrim is the Elder Scrolls 5, so the next game is going to be called the Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, whatever.
And what was announced? Something was announced? I heard nothing.
Elder Scrolls 6 has been announced, but we don't actually have anything about it. All we have is like a 30-second to a minute-long trailer that's sort of like a sky view type thing that shows this landscape, and the only real debate that's been going on lately is where that game's going to take place. Is it going to take place on High Rock? Is it going to take place on Hammerfell? And people are arguing to no end about that. You should check out the subreddit for Elder Scrolls. It's getting pretty crazy.
Yeah, but they also announced they're porting one of their games to mobile.
Hello.
You can hear me?
Yeah,
there you are. Just as I'm typing to you. Cow tips.
Sorry, guys. I'll mute myself for a moment. I got to get a drink.
Yeah. But no, there is no Skyrim coming to mobile, but there is an Elder Scrolls game coming to mobile called The Elder Scrolls Blades. And it will be it can also be played on the Switch, if I'm not mistaken.
Did they already make that for a past mobile system? Isn't that one of the first
spin-offs? No, Blades is a new game.
There is a Blades game.
I don't know. I never really paid attention to the mobile games, so...
Listen, if I'm wrong, then they were making it and it failed, but I'm telling you, like the first spin-off, before we even got out of the arena type of games, the first spin-off was about the blades. I have to look into this. Elder Scrolls.
The only other Elder Scrolls mobile games that I'm aware of are the Elder Scrolls Travels, which was a part of the Nokia Engage platform.
I'm gonna say it wasn't a mobile game because it was before mobile games. Whatever I'm talking about here.
The only other Elder Scrolls I'm aware of before mobile gaming was a thing was Arena, Daggerfall, Redguard, Battlespire, and then Morrowind.
Huh.
And that's it.
I'm gonna call Medea Effect then. Or maybe it was Battlespire. Oh, maybe no. You know what? I'm thinking about Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
So it's the Redguard game, not the Blades game.
Mm.
So are you sure this one's going to come out, like Half-Life 3, for instance?
No, we know, as far as I know, Elder Scrolls Blades will be coming out before the end of the year. Bethesda has a reputation of releasing games that they announce the same year that they are announced. The only problem, like Fallout 76, is coming out this November. So, and then, of course, Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield, however, those two games are slated for release in 2020. That's the theory.
Hey, this Blades game doesn't look so bad. Listen to this. It's expected to release fall of 2018. It's coming out for Apple and Androids first, followed by PC and console, including VR, which means this is going to be a pretty high-tech, and good game. Because why bother porting to the fucking PC and console and VR if it's just your typical shitty little fucking mobile deal? It's not that. So it says the player will be able to play as a member of the faction of the Blades who has returned home to their town to find it destroyed. There will be a survival, arena, and town building mode with multiplayer support through its arena and town building mode, as well as cross-platform. And it will be able to be played in portrait mode, unusual for an RPG.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Russia.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know Charles doesn't like mobile games. He's against them.
Oh my God, I can't stand mobile games.
But is this really a mobile game?
If it's on mobile, it's a mobile game.
Why? A lot of games you can play on mobile.
Which is why I don't play those games on mobile. I play them where they're meant to be played, which is
you
either
can play
PC
Skyrim
or
on mobile,
console.
right? But that's
No,
what I'm
you
saying.
can't.
If you can play Skyrim on mobile and it's the same game, right? Then why won't you play the PC or console or VR port of Blades?
I will play Blades on console or PC. I refuse to play it on mobile.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. How is it a mobile game if it's playable on console? Like, if you're playing it on console, how is it the same as a mobile game?
It's like the Walking Dead Telltale games. Those are mobile games, but they are also ported
Bullshit.
to the console.
No. It's the other way around. They were built as console and PC games, but were ported to mobile.
Hey, what did Telltale just picked up a franchise, an exciting one? Which was it? I forget.
I don't remember.
What? Lou, you said something?
No.
Oh. I can't remember what it was, but they just picked up a good story. I feel like it might have been Rick and Morty or something cool like that. Hold on,
All right, hold on. I'll look it up. Telltale new games. Okay. Well, they have Minecraft, they have Batman, they have Marvel, they have Walking Dead. Yeah.
Marvel's not out yet. I think that's coming out soon.
No. The Marvel game that they have is Guardians of the Galaxy. That's out. It was released last year. Yeah. Let's see. Is making a major change to its next games. Is being sued by former CEO.
Telltale got a Stranger Things game coming out.
Oh my God! Really?
Is that no choice you make really matters, because if you replay them, it's just cookie cutter.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like with The Walking
So
Dead,
they would.
I went back
Yeah,
and
they would
replayed it
change
and did all the
that.
shit different, and it basically all led me the same directions.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
And see if games to play with another person. If your decisions matter, that is.
They want to know what a great white ape is. Charles, let them
Whedon's
know.
a great white ape. Duh.
We are the great white ape.
He's the elusive Charles Whedon. Who asked?
What the hell?
Who asked?
That's
drink apples, eat milk.
AKA Lou.
That ain't me.
That's one of your socks.
It's one of our newest members, I'm sure.
So, Charles, what did you think of that season finale of Westworld?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. I can't wait for the next season.
You're lying, right?
Wasn't your mind fucked?
Did
you stay around for the post-credit scene?
Yes, I did. I stayed around for the post-credit scene where it was turned out that William is now in the same position as James Delos.
But there's also more to that scene.
Are you guys lying or not?
About
lying
what?
About what?
Loving it.
Unlike you, we enjoyed the season.
It's fucking horrible.
You were fucking horrible.
It wasn't horrible. What are you talking about?
Dolores created what's his face?
Or what do you call it?
Yes, Dolores created Bernard.
It's stupid. The whole show is stupid.
So, Charles, what are you currently playing at the moment then?
I am actually in between games at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Well, why is it disappointing?
Well,
it's just a funny way to
play or something, you know?
Well, I'm trying to. I was playing an online game, but I kind of got burned out on it, so now I'm considering going into another one of my single player games. So yeah,
talk like it's your career.
It's not. It's a hobby, but okay.
No, it's just funny.
Yeah,
the way you said it.
So this is a response to Todd. This is not Lou's sock account. This is someone else's sock account. It doesn't fit, just a fit.
Totally heard all that.
Oh, and Todd don't get his way. He does the dumb sounds.
I could recommend a game. By the way.
Well, what genre of game is it?
I've heard of Divinity 2.
Oh.
It's a fantastic game that I would recommend you try.
Well, the thing is,
just recently got ported to Xbox.
I was just looking at the Divinity series of games on Steam because they are currently on sale.
Well, the first one is absolutely fantastic, but I would recommend getting the Enhanced Edition. And the Definitive Edition is coming out for Divinity 2. And you can play them online with friends.
I don't think they have the Enhanced Edition on Steam because I didn't see it available for purchase.
Well, you should get it, man. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah. Let's see. Divinity, Beyond Divinity. Okay.
Divinity Original Sin is the first one.
Oh, you're talking about those. Okay. I thought you were talking about the older Divinity games.
I think they may be in that same...
They are. It's just Divinity Original Sin is sort of like a soft reboot of the franchise.
And also, Planescape Torment was done with that same engine.
Yeah, I have that game.
Play it with
you
can play it with Xbox paddle.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was looking to buy a game, so let me see what we got here. Well, the second one is too expensive. It's like $36. So,
well, you can get it on Xbox for free right now because it's only the first chapter, I think.
Yeah, but the original one, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition, that is currently on sale for $12.
Well, get it, bro.
Yeah.
You won't be disappointed.
All right then.
Then you can give us your views next week.
Oh, I won't be able to beat this in a week, man.
Oh, come on, Charles.
You can get a feel for it in a week.
Yeah. All right.
Try and speedrun it.
Speedrun. I'm not good at speedrunning.
I would also recommend when making your character, at least the first time, put talents like Pet Pal, stuff like that in the game so you can make it as rich as possible.
Yeah.
More challenging.
Oh, well, you certainly made Charles's day with that, though.
We probably won't even hear from him again now that he's going to start that. It's a time-consuming game. I've put hundreds of hours into it. I'm ashamed to say.
And there goes my dog barking up a storm.
What's so nice about it is that, for instance, you can take advantage of the elements and say there's oil on the ground, you can light it on, and then you can rain on it and it'll make steam, and then you can shoot lightning at the steam cloud and electrify it. So it's just, you can constantly be changing the landscape and turning the tide of battle.
Yep.
You're rewarded for your ingenuity, and you can just brute force it a lot of times if you have a melee character or something, but normally you'll just get your rear end handed to you.
Yeah.
See, I'm still currently stuck on Lego Star Wars. I can't get any further on that, so I've kind of given up on gaming.
Well, speaking of which, I think the Knights of the Old Republic was also ported to Xbox. So
it was, yeah. That's when I first played it, was on the Xbox. KOTOR and KOTOR 2. But I now own both of those games on the PC. So now I can play them whenever I want, which I have been debating on whether or not that should be my next game to play. Because it's been years since the last time I played them. So, and I remember I loved the game. It was awesome. That twist at the end.
Hey, I got something interesting for you guys.
Yeah.
Just if you guys remember the movie Demolition Man with Stallone in '93, how Taco Bell was the only restaurant.
Yeah, it took over the franchises.
Right. Well, apparently, with the nacho fries, Taco Bell put out a promotion with Web of Fries, one which sort of is a sequel that answers the questions of how the franchise wars were done. But they're putting out a sequel to that on the 12th with the return of nacho fries and creating Demolition Man pop-ups of the futuristic Taco Bell for Comic-Con in San Diego this year.
Illuminati.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, a little quasi sequel to Demolition Man.
So they are bringing back the nacho fries?
They are. I had those. I didn't know they were limited. I'm glad I got them when I did. They were fucking delicious.
Yes, they were. Oh my God, they were so good. I used to always get like 2 bundles of the nacho fries because it's just one bundle wasn't enough.
They had them the one time I went to Taco Bell. It was the first time in years. I went there, and I actually didn't want it. I wanted burgers, so I got the family Taco Bell. I got myself nacho fries. I was like, why not? And then I got my burgers. But when I ate those nacho fries, dude, that plus Burger King was incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, I've heard the taco meat that they use for the tacos is large percentage of it's a filler.
Horse semen. We all know this. It's delicious.
It's not even real. So just heads up on that. Which makes sense, because if you think about how many tacos they sell nationwide, I mean, it would be impossible for them to actually serve real beef. Unless they charged more for it.
I guess it's kind of like over here when we had our horse meat scandal a couple of years ago.
Dude, at least it's real meat.
You should have seen. You should have said we had Finder's crispy pancakes, and they almost went out of business because of this scandal.
Sorry
Honestly.
to interrupt. I'm going to get a coffee while you guys talk about delicious. BRB, guys.
So hungry I could eat a horse. They should have just owned it, dude.
A horse
It'd have been
cock.
a great marketing campaign.
Well, yeah, I suppose you probably could go down that route.
Well, I mean, what are you supposed to do with a horse when it's
Ride it.
turn it into glue? I mean, that's what they always say, right?
And dog food. Don't forget that bit. That's So anyway, Lou, what's the plan for lunch today then?
What?
I don't even know what time it is over there. My brain's just decided to give up. What time is it over there?
6:39.
Okay, good. So what's for tea?
Huh?
You gotta ask him what soft drink he's.
Yeah, sure. Okay,
drinks.
so what soft drink do you think about?
What the fuck, man? I can't understand the word you're saying right now, bro.
He's trying to connect with you and overcome cultural boundaries.
There's no cultural boundary between us.
Well, there is.
Speak.
Don't forget, over your end, it's called dinner, whereas we call it tea. And then soda is your end, soft drink is ours. So there are some slight difficulties in connecting.
I'm drinking a glass of juice.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to be
But Charles,
or pretentious, rather.
Yes.
No, I think Charles would be a
Charles.
Charles is going to answer the question of Luke Cage season 2.
I'm not done with it yet. I am currently on, I believe, either episode 10 or 11 is what
Oh, you're almost done.
I'm almost done, yeah.
How are you liking Mariah and Bushmaster?
My God, this season has been horrible.
What the fuck are you smoking?
Oh my God, it is incredibly boring.
Oh, dude, you're boring.
I am not impressed with this season. I'm not.
Oh Lord.
The last thing that I remember that happened, who is anybody else here watching Luke Cage season 2 currently?
No.
I doubt it.
Okay, well then you guys won't care about spoilers. Okay, I had just watched.
Can I just say one thing, Charles? How can there
What?
be spoilers? Bad guy comes, bad guy does bad things, superhero punch bad guy, superhero win day.
But it doesn't fall. It doesn't go the way you think.
No, I was
They
about to
never
say
go the way you think, but they go way, so they go exactly the way you
Because
think.
Bushmaster is not your typical villain, and the way the season is unfolding, it can go like Bushmaster is an anti-hero trying to get revenge for his family's name.
Why'd they name
So
him
it
after
is-
a gun?
He's taking the name of his family's rum.
Lame.
You're lame.
How dare you? Todd's not lame. He's whatever I used to call him. Luke Skywalker, isn't it? No, wait. No, hang on.
Well, that's another good example of the hero living long enough to see himself become a villain. Full stop.
Well, no, what I was about to say was that the part that I had just finished when I was watching it earlier today was the part where Mariah and Shades goes into the Jamaican restaurant and kills everyone.
Oh,
That's the part that I had just finished.
How cliche.
my response would be, what happens to jerk chicken?
I don't know, but no, it's just like Mariah goes into that restaurant to send a message to Bushmaster.
And does she send a message?
Yeah, she does. Shades was even shocked by what Mariah had done.
Why couldn't she just send like a little hamper or something?
You know what? God damn it! Now I want a hamburger.
I thought he said a hamburger first, but
Taco Bell.
No, I really want a hamburger right now, and I have one.
Oh,
It's
messaging,
just,
guys. It's that Illuminati stuff.
yeah. It takes a while to cook the burger, and then it gets really messy when you put the barbecue sauce on it. the barbecue sauce just drips everywhere.
But what barbecue sauce are you using?
I can't eat fucking barbecue sauce burgers anymore. Ever since I was a little kid, I got sick, food poisoning from Friendlies. No, not Friendlies. Sizzler. I had the Sizzler, which is basically a fucking rodeo burger, but it was a big fat burger with barbecue sauce and onion rings on it. It used to be my favorite thing, and then I got stupid sick. Like, the moment we left the place, I turned green in the fucking car. Had to get out of the car. I was like 10, 11, 12, whatever. Had to get out in the car on the highway. My mother had to pull over so I could fucking vomit everywhere. And I was sick for like a week, just puking and fucking shitting and dying. And I could never again eat the delicious barbecue burgers. I'm forever, forever scorned with barbecue sauce.
Dysentery burger.
Yeah.
How women of you, Todd? You should just ate another one.
No, I went back and I did do the Burger King rodeo burgers years later because I had to try it because I really did love that. Barbecue sauce and onion rings on a burger was just so good. Or barbecue sauce, onion rings, and chili. But I was fine. I didn't vomit. So I still could eat a rodeo burger, but only from Burger King. I can't have like good barbecue sauce on good meat because the mix of the grease in that barbecue sauce will take me right fucking back.
Yeah.
So, what barbecue sauce do you use then, Charles?
It's a sweet and smoky barbecue sauce from Heinz.
Ooh, sweet
Yeah.
and smoky.
If it ain't Sweet Baby Ray's, it ain't worth it.
That stuff's got high fructose corn syrup in it. It's bad for you.
It's the only barbecue sauce I have, man.
More like high delicious corn syrup.
So, why not Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce?
If I had that, I would use it. But I don't have it. I don't go out and buy barbecue sauce. Not normally.
Dude, the best barbecue sauce I've had is Sweet Baby Ray.
Now that's pretty good.
That's what I just said, you fucking fruits. I said if it ain't Sweet Baby Ray's, it ain't good.
I didn't hear you, Todd, honestly.
That's the best barbecue sauce. And their fucking beef jerky.
I'm going to look that up, okay? Give me a minute.
What, Sweet Baby Ray's?
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's.
Man,
And if you've got Prime, you can get free
Stubbs is the one I'm thinking of. I'm sorry.
See, I used to get the Jack Daniels one, and I used to get all the fancy kinds until the one day I was like, let me try this 99-cent bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's, and that was it. I've never fucked with another barbecue sauce since. It's the best.
Why don't you just make your own?
Because we're not as talented as you, man. We don't sit there and try to make shit all the time.
Hey, I'd like to make my own barbecue sauce. I just haven't crossed that road yet.
I would just like to clarify, Lou, we're not all Gordon Ramsays here. Some of us can't actually cook. I just thought you might be able to.
You want to know something interesting about societies in decline? They always make celebrities out of their chefs before they fall.
Really?
Just
That's true.
Give me some past examples of that, please.
Well, Gordon Ramsay kind of.
No, that's a current example. Give me some past examples. That's very interesting what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you can simply look it up. I'm not an aficionado, but perhaps Matt has a better.
I've just never heard this, and I was studying ancient foodies too because I was creating a villain in a story who was a foodie in the Wild West times, and I never heard anything about this celebrity chefs thing.
I'll look it up.
I don't think I've ever heard of it over here.
I think Gordon Ramsay is one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, he's the only one that I can think of that's actually managed to get over the barriers of actually countries, because I mean he's just popular everywhere, isn't he? So
fucking Ramsay is the greatest. That's all I gotta say.
I did find it.
It's quite funny because his Kitchen Nightmares thing obviously started over here originally, then it moved over to you.
Yeah, but it's
So you got Kitchen Nightmare, bro.
It's better
Gordon
by
Ramsay
us.
on TV in the U.S. has got I don't know if he still has Kitchen Nightmares, but now he has some 24-hour hotel.
No. It's 24 hours to hell and back, which is. But hold on, before you get to that, I gotta say about Gordon Ramsay. All of his shows are actually better in the U.S. except for the F Word. The F Word is his best show. and it's the UK version that's amazing. The American version is fucking trash. I hate it.
Because they're probably bleeping the words.
No.
The Americans have managed to make programs better. That's the thing. But with Gordon Ramsay, obviously, you know, I do like watching how much he does trash your, like, the different places he goes to.
Yeah, but in the UK, it's not like that. He's a nice guy on the Kitchen Nightmares in the UK. Yeah, he'll get into it sometimes,
To be honest,
but he's much
in some
kinder.
way-
In America,
in some
he goes
way-
fucking nuts on everybody. He's a douchebag.
There's one lady in particular who she's an American-born person, but she moved to the UK and she does like Caribbean style Jamaican food.
You're fucking Caribbean Jamaican food.
Yeah, of course I am. And he goes in and he's like, the food's amazing. So, you know, we got to figure out what's actually going on. She became really popular, and she had no choice but to close the restaurant down because of the slump that we had like 10 years ago. And then she actually got so much status from her cooking that she actually became a celebrity herself. So it's some way.
I got information here. There's a Netflix Chef's Table. There's 2 seasons of it for you all that like to watch content. So you can find that. That's on Netflix. Okay, so here it says Dutch.
Hey guys, I will. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I will be right back because I am about to go get myself some food.
All right, Charles, you that.
Yeah, I will be right back.
That's a burger.
Okay.
Guess all this talk about food just got to him. So it's listing here: Chef Sergio Herman, net worth $3 million; Jamie Oliver, $400 million; Gordon Ramsay, $140 million; Wolfgang Puck, $75 million; Rachel Ray, $60 million; Chang, $50 million. So those are just some examples of contemporary chefs.
Well, I get that. I know this. I know that we currently...
Now, mind you, that it's not listing the names of other chefs from past, but it does list here 6 ages define the lifespan of an empire: the age of pioneers, the age of conquest, the age of commerce, the age of affluence, the age of intellect, and then the final ending with bread and circuses in the age of decadence. And so it says that decadence is marked by defensiveness, pessimism, materialism, frivolity, the influx of foreigners, the welfare state, and the weakening of religion.
Influx of porn?
Influx of foreigners.
Oh, foreign. I thought you said porn.
Decadence is due to too long a period of wealth and power, selfishness, love of money, and the loss of sense of duty. Talks furthermore about the undisciplined and overextension of military, the conspicuous display of wealth, massive disparity between the rich and the poor, a desire to live off a bloated state, the obsession with sex. There you go, Lou. And perhaps the most notorious trait of all is the debasement of the currency. So I think that's awfully telling. So just wanted to let you know it is on there.
Well, I want to let you all know that Joe Bastianich has returned to MasterChef in the U.S. He was on MasterChef Italia for a while after he left the U.S. version, but he's back. They needed him. And
see, there's a foreigner who's also a chef, so that's like a double whammy.
Man, Italians aren't foreigners. Italians are the true peoples of Earth.
Just reading it the way I see it.
All the rest of you are just here. The Italians,
The thing is,
they are the ones
it's
who
like
really rule.
with chefs, like the only one over here that I can think of that would be another big celebrity would be Jamie Oliver. But the only reason he's so popular is because he managed to like get a law passed to actually help with making schools healthier, and actually got a law passed for that.
Near me, yeah.
Ouch.
He did do that. So he's giving back a little bit.
I guess
Why
so.
don't you get out of here? It's cold out there. Get out of here.
So you talking
Yeah, but the
to the
kitty
cat?
cat wants to be on stream, Todd. The kitty cat wants to be on stream.
No way. I want him out
Hey, it
here.
worked.
It's 92 degrees in my fucking room, but the rest of the house is fucking nice and cold somehow. And the fucking poor cat is suffocating on the floor, and I'm like, what are you doing here? I know I'm awesome, but get the fuck out. Go in the cool air. Garbage Pope says that he can't understand a word that one guy says. Anyone else? Which one guy?
Is it the British guy or the guy? Which guy are we talking about, sir?
Probably talking about Quasi Bazabomb. Because your mic's a little low.
Oh, is it?
I gotta struggle to hear you. I can actually hear Tony Britton's voice better than yours.
Yeah, and I'm just using a laptop computer.
Yeah. And usually I gotta struggle to hear the slight accent because of my deafness. So weird how it's the same fucking language, but just spoken a slight bit differently, and somehow my ears fucking jarble it up. It's ridiculous.
Oh, which one? Which one? Which one is which one?
I'm Todd. Hi.
Massas. Hi.
Hello, Godwin Poe. Is it I?
And then you got Lou, which is he's disappeared
You
after
don't
getting
know
some
who
chicken.
Lou is. You better just fuck yourself.
What it do, man?
So, Cow Tips, did you hear my little Sandy Hook thing at the beginning of the show?
Who?
Who's Cow Tips?
Your Cow
Talk
Tips.
to you.
Quasich Avalanche.
You never call me the same thing, twice, so I'm never sure.
Well, if it begins with a K, then that's how you know it's you.
Yeah, generally I can figure it out. What was you saying? What happened at the beginning?
Okay.
Did you catch the Sandy Hook bit in the beginning of the show?
I actually saw that in the Discord, and I'm not at all surprised by it. I followed that pretty closely.
Oh, yeah, I did read it there.
Really glad that you made that connection, because you're right. It's something they hid, and it's all about the anti-gun agenda.
And that's what he was saying. The dude I met. I'm very surprised by it, because I did not think it was that fake. But telling me the school didn't even exist, that, like, literally it was a closed down school for years, and that it was demolished directly after, that right there, and that no one in town knows who any of these people are, well, now I gotta start questioning shit, because
they're all crisis actors, dude.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, they still do it today. Sure, maybe there's some organic shootings that occur once in a while, and I'm sure that they love it when that happens, because then they can make it seem
like Columbine.
Real. Yeah, but I think a lot of the ones we're seeing nowadays are fabricated.
Oh, I believe Vegas was a fabrication, because do we even yet have the footage of that motherfucker coming in the hotel with an arsenal?
Yeah, there was some footage finally released. He was actually having the bellhops transport all of his bags up to his room for him. It was pretty.
Really? I gotta look into that. I gotta find that. If you happen to find it at all, send it in the Discord, please.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I did get that other footage as well from my friend that was in Vegas. I'll have to put that up in the Discord, and you can just do a whole show on all the false flags.
Oh yeah, I see the video here. Too bad I can't play it.
So apparently I'm a redcoat.
What'd you say about the redcoats?
Mr. Godwin Poe believes that I am a redcoat. Well, I am a redcoat, but I'm not a redcoat.
Wait a minute.
So is George Washington.
Are the redcoats coming?
Funny enough, actually. I mean, just on that point, we have actually just recently had our first ever one of our military guard actually being allowed to wear a turban instead of that big black hat. Apparently, so he's an Indian, but he's been allowed to join the military guard for the Queen, and he's actually the only one wearing a turban. It's actually quite fascinating when you see the photo.
I'm quite fascinated with Godwin's use of the word redcoat. there's a very interesting story about Redcoat, which I won't reveal yet, because who knows? Godwin Poe might be a serial killer. But
no,
if you could elaborate on the Redcoats, Mr. Poe, Garbage Pope, then I can tell stories. But carry on.
Well, like I was saying, even George Washington himself was a redcoat turncoat. In fact, I have a theory that he was really just their way of winning the war. They knew they couldn't defeat us, so instead they just infiltrated us with their own like double agent, and maybe he, just basically took us over from the inside, so to speak. But that's just a theory, a game theory, perhaps. I mean, it did happen, and it's not refutable that he was, in fact, a turncoat from...
Right. Todd, apparently you need to elaborate on redcoats. Do you even know what American history is? Bruh.
What's fucking fucked up is that's exactly what my friend the serial killer would have said. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Garbage Pope is my friend the serial killer. I'm just saying, now that's two things my friend the serial killer would have said.
There's no longer the evil wizard Nassar. It's now the Garbage Pope.
Garbage Pope.
So I was wanting to ask you a question, Math, about... I keep hearing about this Robbins fellow. Is what we're hearing here filtered? Like, give us the rundown from your end.
Yeah, it is quite a bit. It's quite a long one. I mean, I'll cut it short. The simple answer is his daughter. My dad knows a lot more about it because, unfortunately, he watches all the YouTube bollocks about it. So, it's apparently his daughter. Apparently, he found his daughter was apparently drugged and raped by some Muslims. And when he went to report it to the police, they arrested him and charged him for some specific act, and now he's in prison for 4 years or something. I can't remember. Apparently, there's lots of reasons behind it, but I mean, I'm as much as I don't want to say it, I really don't know that much about it. I try and stay clear of that because it just sounds like complete bollocks as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry.
It's for cool, and I appreciate your input because what we get over here is always filtered, and you can never know.
Well, considering Todd believes that they're about to blow up our internet, it's
going to happen, man. This writing's on the wall. Agenda 13, man. See, that's the thing about the EU. Their laws supersede your national laws. So, for instance, Ireland, I've heard, has more EU laws on the books than they even have in their own nation.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, it's just like the obviously because we're breaking away from EU in a couple of years, I believe. They're trying to make it as difficult as possible to try and to make us stay.
I've also heard that Europe's wanting to start their own army, apart from NATO, for instance.
Oh, well, that's something I haven't actually heard.
Did you say that you heard Europe is going to be engulfed in a tsunami and a fart tornado?
It's funny you say that because Russia does have a nuclear weapon called Poseidon, and it's the biggest nuclear bomb ever created, and it's meant to be detonated into the ocean and cause radioactive tidal waves.
Gross.
It certainly sounds like that's where we suddenly find all the mutated fish. But
all that'll do is just release more megalodons.
That will have a fart sharknado.
That would, that's when life imitates art, right?
Farknado. Life is already imitating art or something because goddamn Dennis Rodman, Yum Yum, and fucking Trump, and every fucking last bit of this existence is just so stupid and weird.
Hey, man.
We will become mermen. That's very, very true. We'll eventually swim down to Atlantis.
Because of Dennis Rodman, Donald Trump met Yam Yang Yang.
And lose back.
I've been here the whole fucking time. I'm letting you Cheerios just carry on this enlightening conversation.
Garbage Pope wants to know if we'll become mermen. We will become mermen and Mexicans, or Mexican mermen.
Mexican merman.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. What are they going to do? Infect water with tequila?
Should that be our first audio film about Mexican mermen?
Thanks for the tool, Wrench. I can now put links in the chat.
Fish DM order.
You could go hang out with Yama Ding Dong.
That's funny because I was just watching Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol, where Bubba Smith says, Yama, 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 yama. Yama, yama,
Yama Ding Dong.
That movie.
Because
So, anybody know about any new music that's come out? I saw that Nine Inch Nails released a new album.
I downloaded that on Spotify, or whatever you call it. I don't know if you're really actually downloading it, but whatever. I got it on Spotify Premium, 99 cents for 3 months. And I didn't get any songs from it yet. But I'm going to keep talking about those 3 new Kanye-produced albums. Fucking Yee, Kid Sees Ghost, and Nazir by Nas. Those 3
what about
albums
Tiana Taylor?
Just sick. Kiwi, have you heard them?
No, but I saw how Array was talking about them. She liked them.
I didn't see any of that. You don't like that kind of music, right?
It's really hard for me to enjoy rap music.
Check this shit out. I swear to you, listen to it for the music of it, like the instrumentation of it. And then even lyrically and content-wise, it's pretty fucking out there. It's good. But he's pulling off his John Lennon right now. It's 7, think about it. He's using numerology, This whole thing comes off a DMT trip. This is all called the fucking spiritual awakening of Yee. That's like the whole overall arc of it all. And it's just really good music. Like, I'm surprised at how good he's gotten at making music.
Well, drugs will do that sometimes.
Yeah. It's like when the Beatles dropped acid. Now Kanye smoked DMT, and we got some good shit.
Well, I'm glad that finally happened. I might have to give it a shot.
DMT is not fake, but DMT is bad. And so are the people there. And so is what the path you're being led on by DMT is bad.
Really? I've not enjoyed it yet, so.
Well,
they're knocking at your door anytime soon.
I'll say you should try it, but I will say these things you see are not good. And the things they want from you are not good.
You talking about the machine elves?
Yeah, but if your brain is strong enough, you can use it to transform your mind. You can absolutely lose anxieties and problems. Like, it can be a cure for a lot of mental diseases, like an instant fucking cure for a lot of.
I feel that way about mushrooms.
Mental diseases, not actual diseases here, but the actual entities, if they really are entities, and they probably are not good. They're not good. And those friendly little elves or those friendly little creatures waving you in to the dome, those are the spirits of your dead. And they're not happy to be forced to do what they have to do. There's a system of servitude on the other side. It is clockwork and mechanical.
That's just like
we're free
you read
here.
about.
We're enslaved there. Sorry, go ahead.
The lesser key of Solomon in terms of summoning rituals.
What did you go
such.
backwards? Sorry, a big car just drove by. I heard none of what you said.
The lesser key and greater key of Solomon. You read about the Goetia. there are hierarchies with spirits, so it ties in with that very well.
Well, that's why we need to be immortal here, because this is where we're free. They don't want us to be free here because we could turn here into there through technology, through fucking scientific advancement. We can have what they have digitally, so to speak. But and they don't want that. They want to keep trapping us. So those people waving you into the dome, that's your fucking dead loved ones, and they are imprisoned. They are slaves of the clockwork elves.
Sure.
So, do they feed off us energetically? Is that what you think?
I don't fucking know. How the fuck do I know? All I know is who the people were. All I know is that the people who were waving you in, that everybody says are these friendly characters, I saw through the friendly characters and saw exactly who they were. And I actually saw it. That's the crazy shit about DMT. Like, it's... Look, I've taken every kind of acid, fucking mushrooms in massive doses, and it's not the same fucking thing. This is pure visuals. Like, and like, there were people, my friend had sports on, and like, the sports players were all normal pretty much, but the announcers and the managers and shit, their faces were crawling with like thousands of eyes and shit. It's fucking weird. But you actually see things with this, and everything they tell you is going to happen is real. But those creatures are not friendly. They're your loved ones, and they're trapped. I don't know why or how. I just know that that's what it is.
It reminds me of fairies or imps, the way you're characterizing them, like brownies.
And I want to let you know, I want to clarify that I only know this because one of my loved ones, who happened to be standing in the middle of the bunch on the right, there was guards on each side, and then there was like this thing guarding the portal into the fucking dome, and I made eye contact. I saw through the facade and made eye contact with who was there, really, you know, my dead loved one, and it was just the look. And he told me everything I needed to know in that one look, that they are trapped, they are enslaved.
It's interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Because I've heard that they can also take on the forms of whatever they want, you know, or
yeah, for me, their forms was the big guys in Fraggle, which if you think about it, it's interesting. You know the ones always trying to eat the Fraggles? Those big long-nosed fuckers?
Oh, yeah?
Except it wasn't actually, they were furry, like hairier version. They were very Fraggle-esque, like giant, the things that eat the Fraggles.
Fraggle Rock?
Talking about?
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I'll Google it to get a better idea.
Google Fraggle Rock, and then like the king and his son, but it wasn't exactly them because like I said, they had like basically essentially made of dreads almost, like, you know, big fucking hairy fuckers. Fraggle Rock. Which is obvious, which now that ties back into the child's mind, right? If you want to dissect whatever happened there on a, because we don't, obviously what I'm saying is just a perception of what had happened. Yes, visually, orally, whatever the fucking word is, audibly, whatever, it was real. It happened in this world that we exist on. But it very well may have only happened in my head, obviously. So
I see.
Let's not fucking doubt that. But psychologically, yes, it is these creatures. It's this guy right here.
Are they like giants?
Yeah,
basically?
they're giants. I'm gonna send you a picture right now.
I can see them.
I'll put it into the fucking live chat.
It's kind of reminding me of like Nephilim in a way. Like they're just fallen angels eating lesser beings, smaller beings.
This guy here, the guy chasing after the Friggles. I sent it in the live stream. It was basically a bunch of them just standing there fingering me in, like waving me in with their finger, like, come on in. But then I saw through them, and I saw who they really were. And I don't know, I didn't identify everybody, but I identified two of them as being people I know who are dead.
So were you able to just hang out outside the dome?
No, they want you to come in, and this eye contact was quick and fleeting, and it was in that moment that I knew, fuck you, I'm not doing it the way that you tell me to do it. You got to do the 3 hits. You got to follow through. I'm going to stay. Yes. So, yes, you can hang outside the dome, but you got to smoke like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hits. Just keep on smoking that shit. But smoke weed with it too. Don't, because they tell you not to do that either, right? Smoke weed with it. Fucking keep yourself here. Smoke your fucking cigarettes. Keep yourself here, because if you notice in a trip, marijuana and tobacco, smoking it keeps you in touch with your human form, and it keeps you from getting lost in that mental.
I see.
So don't listen to what they say. Don't do the fucking Terrence McKenna way. Pace it out. And stay in that quote-unquote lobby. Because the longer you stay there, the more you'll be able to see it. That's where you'll start to see the people with their faces crawling. And that's when you'll start to see, things for how they are. You'll have a better fucking view. I mean, you can just look at the table, and the table in front of you is this alive and vibrant thing that you like nothing you've ever seen. It's a spectacle beyond spectacles, and it's just a table.
I think I understand. I mean, I haven't had that exact experience, but
Put it this way. It's like you're seeing with a microscope, but you're seeing on all levels. You're seeing the surface, but you're also seeing it magnified 1,000 times. You can see deep into the finest detail within the grains of the wood on the table. And then into that even more so. All
see
while
the
seeing it
microcosm
as a flat picture. It's pretty fucking nuts.
Well, thank you. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Where do you purchase this stuff?
Well, you can make it yourself pretty easily.
Yeah.
Very easy, actually, and that's the safer kind you want to do, and that's all I'll say. Or you can find your local black market merchant and pick up some, but you got to be careful if you get the 5M DMO or some shit like that. I forget what it's called. It's with a 5 in it. You be careful. There's a chemical compound that you don't want to get, and you can overdose on. If you take the actual just natural dimethyl blah 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 dimethyltryptamine, then you are safe.
Right.
And you can make it from Mimosa hostilis, but you want to be sure to also have an MAOI inhibitor such as Syrian rue or hermeline to keep it from metabolizing so quickly.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly easy process too, which I've not personally tried. I would say for the eye of science, I would love to try such an experiment, although I believe it's illegal. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's illegal to create it, or if it's just illegal to consume it, or if it's illegal at all. I don't even know if it's legal or not. But I just know it's quite interesting science, and I would, after having read how it's done, it sounds like a hell of a lot of fun science to do.
Could you not just test it on your kitty cat?
Can I not just dance on my flippy flap?
Yeah, that's it.
What about it, my flippy flap? What you says?
Can you not just test it on your cat?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
They are already there, dude.
That's what I was going to say, Mr. Kwasich, that cats, I noticed this when tripping on mushrooms, like, holy shit, you motherfuckers are tripping your faces off already.
Yeah, they see things that we can't see.
Must be when they're licking their balls, I guess.
They gotta be tripping, because how do you live such a fucking mundane life? Like, what is the mental state of a fucking domestic animal? Like, that seems to me one of the true mysteries of this earth. The psychology of your pets.
I mean, lose the psychology of pets. I'm sure she'll feel helpful.
You gotta talk louder now. I'm losing you. Now you're the one I can't hear, and I hear Clocky fine.
I wasn't speaking directly into the mic earlier, so that's probably why.
I'm back.
Welcome back!
You missed out. We were talking about robot sex and time travel. Your favorite subjects. So what do you got to eat, Charles Whedon?
What?
What are you eating? What'd you get?
Wendy's.
This motherfucker, when he said, I'll be right back, I gotta go get food, he meant I gotta go get in my fucking car and drive to Wendy's and get food.
Damn, I didn't even realize he did that.
Yeah.
So is that a double whopper, is it? Or
I'm sorry, what?
Restaurant.
See, it's
Is that
not
a
just
double
me,
waffle?
Mathsar. It sounded like you said you got tadpoles on a waffle or what?
is it a double
No.
whopper? What one is it you've got?
Oh, chicken nuggets, fries.
I mean, I don't like those. Sorry, that was a rude word to
Coke.
say.
So
Wendy's has the worst chicken nuggets ever, Charles. Why you do that?
bullshit.
Not
I like their
bullshit.
chicken nuggets.
It's worse. They're soggy taints. They're gross.
That's
then
why
you've
you
gone-
go.
Yeah.
Every
Your
Wendy's I ever
Wendy's
went to,
suck.
they suck.
Because you go.
They got the best fries, though. I'll say that.
The question, of
Burgers
course,
are
is
fucking
do you
tasty
get
as
your-
shit. Everything at Wendy's is
you get
great,
your
but their
fries and
nuggets are
milkshake?
trash.
So, Matt, are you enjoying the World Cup?
As much as I would like to say yes, I don't actually watch it.
I'm so glad to hear that, Mathsar. I got scared for a second. Said, wait a minute. Is even me watching this crap? And now I know you're a real man and I have faith in you.
Because
No,
he
I'm
doesn't
not.
watch the World Cup?
Wizard.
Wow.
That's right. Because he's not a goddamn mindless drone. Got a fucking
Sorry,
autistic fucking man, old man, some sort of Latino man roaming at me in the fucking streets, telling me, in Jersey, telling me, you're watching the FIFA? You watching the FIFA? Nope. Well, Portugal's going to win it all, 3-1 ratio. Portugal's going to win it all, 3-1 ratio. You should be watching the FIFA. You should put your money in the FIFA. And then he walks away, and then right to the next person, which is a housewife. Are you watching the FIFA? Portugal's going to win it all. And he was just roaming the fucking parking lot, collecting carts and saying this over and over to everybody he passed. So according to the Aussies, Portugal's going to win it all, 3-1 ratio.
So, Lou, what were you saying? Sorry, Lou's escaped again.
Nobody cares what Lou was saying.
He keeps going off for chicken wings.
Lowering his vibrational energy, yo.
He's
to
just
get
not
off that
talking right
chicken.
now because he's mad this wasn't called the fucking Great Return of the Great Butter Pecan Ape.
Butter pecan ape. Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a title.
That'll be the next show, man. Relax.
Oh, yeah.
It can't work. He's been here the whole time. There's no return.
You sure it can't be Scoopity Scoop number 2?
Scoopity Scoop number 2 can certainly. That's not a bad title. Holy hot tits, man. I can't take this anymore.
What?
I'm fucking suffocating here. It's gone down, though. It's 88 degrees now.
Why don't you just get yourself a cold drink or something?
I'm drinking hot coffee like a fucking moron. That's why. Got any more questions?
Well, I mean, hot coffee is better for you in the heat anyway. So
Is it? Why so? Tell me.
So if you have a hot coffee, your body stays at that temperature, and therefore it doesn't feel like it's getting warmer.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
You
I've been
can
out there in the
check
sweltering
that,
heat,
but
drinking
I'm
hot
pretty
coffees.
sure they always say have a hot coffee instead of a cold drink because it keeps you it keeps you colder essentially.
Well, I couldn't do it. I bought my coffee. It was so hot out. It was almost like 100 degrees out there, and fucking stuck in traffic and shit. And I couldn't drink that shit. I had to go back and buy a Slurpee. They have, holy shit, guys, Captain Crunch Crunchberry Slurpees from a pea
Ooh.
cup, by the way. It's called. They have Deadpool cups. I bought it, where he cuts out the slur and it just says pea. So he's like going shh. It's a hilarious cup. And then you can get it refills for 69 cents. But yeah, out of my pea cup, I had that Crunchberry Slurpees. And let me tell you, my mouth, my brain was just so confused and delighted. I was driving back from 7-Eleven, going somewhere, and I wanted to do a video on it. It was that bizarre. Imagine taking Crunch Berries, Captain Crunch and the Crunch Berries and the milk and all of it, and just crushing it up into a paste. when you start sucking it down, that's what you think is happening.
Oh, Tom likes to suck.
That's what you think is happening. But then this cold transformation and this refreshing that you don't expect from eating soggy, smushed up Crunch Berries and Captain Crunch, which sounds like it would be disgusting, somehow turns amazing, and it's just so bizarre. It's so weird and so delicious.
Yeah, it's a shame they don't have Slurpees over here. I'd love to try that.
It's just frozen soda. I didn't know that.
Oh.
I never knew that, and I'm so stupid. Because I always knew there was the Coke flavor Slurpee. So I just figured, Coke flavor Slurpee. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. Now this is orange Fanta. This is this kind of soda. They're all soda fucking flavors.
Well, Crunch Free isn't a soda flavor.
I know, okay, but that's different. I've never seen anything like that. That was like a Slurpee phenomenon. Fucking
next thing you know, they'll bring out Lucky Charms flavored.
Sucking down soggy ass cereal that's delicious. How? Don't know, but it is.
So I have a question.
Also, the chicken nuggets.
What'd you say, you fruitcake?
I have a question. Do you think that projects like CERN and maybe various other experiments that they're
quick interruption to that? I'm so sorry to interrupt, but it's breaking news. You said CERN, and it just reminded me. So strange. I don't even know what you're about to say, but I had a dream last night, and I was an icon. Like, like right now you see in the chat little icons for people's faces. Like, I was a name and an icon.
Oh, an avatar.
Yeah, right. Well, like basically I was dreaming like I was looking at a web screen and I was reading a chat I was having with somebody or something, and my logo picture said CERN on it. And I remember saying, CERN? Why do I have CERN as my logo pic? And then I was interested, and I was like, oh, cool, or whatever. So that was just last night. I dreamt that I had that stupid thing involving CERN. So go and now you bring them up. So what's up?
So this was a dream you had while you were drunk.
Yes.
It just seems to me that they are trying to mix those two worlds together. And
I'll be right back.
It might be difficult to kind of discuss it.
What do you mean? What two worlds are they trying to mix?
I think they're trying to blend the worlds, dissolve the veil. You said that they didn't want the worlds to co-mingle, but I think that's the really ultimate goal.
Is what? I couldn't hear you in the middle of that. They really don't want what? But that's the ultimate goal? I think
they actually want the two worlds, the barriers between the two worlds to dissolve. I think that they're trying to attempt that anyway.
So what do you get there? What does that gain anyone?
Well, it gives them, maybe they get their bodies back somehow, or maybe it gets easier to possess people. I'm not real sure what the consequences could be. But I think that they would love to have their material bodies back, and they just don't have the ability to do that. Maybe that's, you said there was some
but maybe it's those fucking Fraggle fuckers, the Fraggle eaters, who want their bodies back, and they want to keep using us as their little Fraggles to eat.
That's what I'm getting at, man, yeah. So,
and then they'll enslave it both, because here we are in this physical world where we are free from that, briefly, and they want to come and enslave both dominions.
Yeah, well, they used to be here on Earth, I think, and then they lost their bodies in the flood, I think. They were all killed off.
Listen, I love talking about this, but we have to talk about something that interests Charles right now, because he hasn't said a word since he returned. Charles.
Yes?
How you doing?
I just muted myself so you guys don't hear me chewing.
We wanted to hear you chewing.
It's polite of you.
No,
sorry for talking about stuff that was too heady.
No offense, Kiwi, but I wasn't really paying attention.
That's the point.
No, he was just enjoying his chicken nuggets.
That's why I wanted to get to something that you will pay attention to. Have you seen the movie Tag that Lou talks about?
No, not yet, but I want to. I want to see it. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to see it in the theater though.
I'm waiting for the woman to come home, and I'm watching it. I got it. It looks great. And I didn't know the people in it. were so awesome. That
Well,
Ed Helms and Nick from New Girl, I forget what his real name is. That's all I need to be sold. I'm watching this shit.
But no, I also heard that the whole premise of Tag is based on the real lives of actual people.
Yeah.
There were a group of friends who had been playing this game of Tag for like 30 years.
Yep, I saw them all on the televisions when they were first talking about this. And this is why I thought they already made this movie years ago, because that's how long they've been fucking talking about it. But
Yeah.
I guess they didn't.
Yeah.
Holy hot shit. So what topics do you have for us there, Mr. Whedon?
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, since you've been gone, actually, I've just. What do you think of that? Did you see the Han Solo film?
Not yet. I'm probably not going to, because I'm just, after the last Star Wars movie we got before The Last Jedi, I'm not looking forward to Star Wars anymore.
Oh.
Not even knowing that Lando Calrissian likes to have sex with gentlemen?
What, turning him into someone who's gay?
Well, he's pansexual. He'll have sex with everything.
No, that's called omnisexual.
Well, they call him a pansexual.
Oh my God. This further solidifies the whole goddamn thing of turning Star Wars into social justice wars. Fucking Christ. See, this is why I'm not looking forward to Star Wars anymore.
I'm never looking forward to Star Wars outside of Rogue One, and I do kind of want to see Last Jedi, but seeing Last Jedi means I have to watch the one before it too, don't I?
Yep. Well, not necessarily, because the plot lines that were set up in Force Awakens, most of them were abandoned in Last Jedi.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It's why I hated the movie so much.
Yeah, I think they did say that the what's the guy that originally created it?
George Lucas?
Yeah, George Lucas.
They were saying that when he sold like the franchise off to Disney, he said that he did actually give them ideas and scripts of like the things that he thought of. And we take them on board, but eventually decide to scrap all of them.
Uh-huh.
So apparently he did have an original idea of having like a completely different side tracking of Star Wars.
You see, on one hand, you have to wonder, should George Lucas have sold sold Star Wars to Disney? If he should or should not have done that. To be honest, I don't really know.
If he doesn't sell it, there's never going to be a new Star Wars movie. He wasn't going to make one.
But he could have.
It's plain and simple.
That is true. But the thing is that it's kind of a smart idea for him to sell it, because the man's in his 70s now. I mean, he has no more movies left in him. He's done.
I mean, let's be real. His next set of trilogies were going to explore the midichlorians. Who the fuck wants to see that? No one.
That's the most interesting aspect of the whole thing.
And if you really want to blame someone for the failures of The Last Jedi, you've got to blame Kathleen Kennedy, because she's the one who didn't set a beginning, middle, and an end.
Nope. And now, from what I've heard from various sources, Kathleen Kennedy is on the way of being outed from the company.
She's not a good leader. She's a good producer. She just doesn't know how to lead a company.
No.
She could produce a hell of a fucking movie, but she can't spearhead what needed to be done. You can't take every idea and run with them, because honestly, I don't want a Boba Fett movie.
So, hello, Si. I noticed you managed to get in here eventually.
Welcome, Omaha.
Hey, the
How you boys doing today? I'm doing pretty good.
There's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Ban Kenobi.
Disputing's aborted baby.
Hey, did you ever get your live streaming back, Omaha?
I've never done it.
Oh, I thought that they struck your channel or something.
No, not. I got a strike, but I don't care.
You know, this is a party now.
I'm not doing anything.
I do have to
Just need
go,
a
though.
louder Cyborgison.
Sorry, I'm on a open air mic, so I'll speak it up.
I gotta sit in another chair. I'm sitting in a fucking big, soft fabric chair, and it's not comfortable in this degrees. Holy tits.
It was nice to see you anyway, Kiwi.
Pardon. Yeah, I do have to go. I got a phone call. I got invited over to a fish fry, so I gotta head on out.
Overtold
Right.
what?
It's code for a clan meeting. Fish fry is always code for clan meetings.
No, my brother had a successful fishing trip, so he wants me to come over and eat fish.
Oh,
Well, keep us updated on the next three.
I shall, and I would like to start doing a stream on the Red King.
On the what?
That book, The Red King.
Oh, yes. Anytime you're ready, man, just let me know. We'll start doing it. Is it still for free on the Kindle?
Yes, sir.
Good.
I'll start watching it then, reading it. Try again.
Well, it was a pleasure.
How's it gonna go? Are you gonna read it to us, Kiwi?
Well, I'd like people to kind of follow along. Maybe we can just do a chapter at a time, kind of like you do with your readings.
So would you read the chapter out loud and people would listen and read along and then a discussion after?
Certainly. That was kind of what I had in mind.
Sounds like a great idea. But make sure everyone downloads that book. Tell them about the book and where to get it. Link it. You're a mod now.
Very well. I will. So this book is titled The Red King, and I came upon it while researching some other things because this gentleman happens to be a...
Sorry, interruption, Charles. Any interest in this? Pay attention to what he's saying. You might be interested in this. Carry on.
I am paying attention, god damn it.
I just gotta be sure. Just gotta be sure because this is total relevance to you.
So they're known as Weird Books, WYRD. And he does a series of about 4, I think, but he has others. And it's a post-apocalyptic type world. There are zombies, although it tries very hard to not be cliche. And it's in this world where AI has began to take over. And basically, there's a castle that has been built as a last bastion. And it's just a story following these folks and their harrowing journey. Now, I don't know much about it because I haven't started yet, but it is free on Kindle and audiobook, and I'll go ahead and drop the link so we can all experience it together.
All right, well,
what's it called?
The Red King by Nick Cole.
Nick Cole. All right, I'll see if I can get it on Google Play. The Red King. The Red King.
Yeah, but I've read a lot of reviews, and this guy just apparently is a very talented writer. So the one I'm really excited to read about is the second book, The Dark Knight. That's when it starts to get into the AI stuff. But the first one's kind of the prelude to how things all got messed up to begin with, I think. So anyway, I appreciate you all spending time with me, for time is the most valuable currency aside from your soul. And that, I'll see you later.
Yep.
See you next time.
Kiwi. All right, now for the real hero of the day, Cyborgison. Entertain us.
Well, I'll tell a tale that can't be told. A tale that involves many, many people. Yet
Wait,
remains...
did you hear the Sandy Hook crap? I don't want to go back into it, but did you catch
I just read that. What happened?
We talked about it twice already. We'll have to do it on another show.
okay. Why? The third time is the charm.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I've been super preoccupied with shit lately. So I'm all joining fresh and new.
All right, then.
Well, all right.
Basically, someone said it's fake. Who was like in that community, like super fake. Like even the school was didn't exist prior to this. It was abandoned. And that's kind of blowing my mind, man. But we're gonna get more into that eventually.
There are some, as you know, there's a whole cadre of people that, cover stuff like that. The lines get blurred between people
How are you?
trying to muddy the thoughts of the public and trying to elucidate the mind of the public. So if you got information that elucidates, that's fantabulous. But just basically, even through the stuff that's put out by jokers and the stuff that's put out by those that aren't, you can still see video. Like there's a guy called what's his name? Rosenstein is his last. Gene Rosenstein was a guy that showed up in the Sandy Hook story. And he supposedly took all these kids in, like a bus driver, dropped them off at his house. And
pretty sure this dude mentioned this person last night.
He dropped them, and the story just gets weird because he's this weird old man who's like, and they were in my house, and they, I heard them talking, and then they...
Did he say, we want a popsicle?
Yeah, weird stuff like that. I brought him some stuffed animals because I know that kids like stuffed animals, and then, they...
All right, so Saul Rosenberg was his name.
Gene Rosenstein.
Saul Rosenberg. It's
Saul.
It's Saul Rosenberg. And they beat me all over my anus and my bosoms.
Mercy.
I'm bleeding out of the anus right now. Ma'am, I need your help.
So that doesn't help when you're trying to, figure out what's going on when you got a weirdo that shows up on the scene that seems unbelievable. You know what I mean? And there's video of this guy like taking directions from Newsies, so it's odd.
All right. Well, I do have one interesting story, real quick, and then we'll go back to more less interesting topics. But Cyborgson, now that you're here, I've been wanting to unveil another weird thing I've uncovered, and drum roll, please. Blah, 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 blah. It is seeming that there is a beta test going on in Paterson, New Jersey, utilizing inner city youth and teaching them to inject MDMA into their veins. And then there are all these crazy stories going on. I've got first-person accounts of people injecting Molly in Paterson, New Jersey, and the stories they have of being led around, and it always ends up in these there's supposedly like a black site where they get taken to, and they are led around through like subconscious cues. Like if a person were to wipe their brow a certain way, it would signify a direction to take for the person. And it's all these repeated stories of stuff like this, and all of them end in a black site with doctors and weird shit. So that is that. That is a story that is unfolding currently in the streets of Paterson, New Jersey.
Stranger Things.
You gotta talk clearer there, Captain. You sound like you got two cocks between you and the microphone.
It sounds like an episode of Stranger Things.
Yeah, with psychedelic fucking drugs. Listen, MK. The reason why this is an interesting story for anybody who doesn't know is that our governments have used psychedelic drugs for psychological warfare testing for generations. This is common practice. We have groups in our government dedicated to this, like MK Ultra, which now most of the members are teamed up with a member of Blink fucking 182 doing soft disclosure for alien shit. So, strange world we live in. Strange fucking world we live in. We don't need stranger things. But the fact is, there's precedent for this psychological testing with psychedelic drugs. And I'm telling you that this is a true story, because the people that I talk to about this and are people that I know and trust. One person, when we were young, I've known probably 30 years. I know him to be completely trustworthy, and he used to do what's called running for me back in the day, and we got raided and busted, and him and the other runners, I won't, never mind, but him and the other runners, they all kept their fucking mouths shut. Nobody said anything. These are trustworthy people. They could have all turned on me, and everybody could have been fine, but instead I was fine, and everybody else did time or got probations and shit. So this is a trusted source for me.
So anybody that's injecting MDMA, that's a dedicated individual that, they're ready to die almost. You know what I mean? When you're injecting things into yourself, you're ready to die, right?
I agree. It's that is an extreme practice.
Yeah.
And what they're doing with it, and they have these synchronicity walks that are going on. So like, we are already training people to follow these subliminal cues.
Huh.
This is already something being put out into society, so it's just very interesting that these MDMA injectors are experiencing the same thing of like following these fucking cues and ending up in black sites. Very strange.
Oh yeah, like the individuals that you mentioned earlier that were, finger to the brow, flash of the eye. Are they not, players for the doctors?
Well, that's what these people think. I don't know. I don't think it's that, or maybe it is. Who the fuck knows what it is? That's just some weird shit.
Well, if they're not players, then they're just, member, and they're just following the natural cues. And they end up.
It's like, think about it this way.
He's waiting. That's fucking weird.
Well, I think this ties into what you're saying. Think about that math thing where it's like, take a number, then double it. Then you like, I think you like add 3. Now you subtract half of it or something. Then you subtract your original number, and somehow you always come up with 2.5. So maybe they're figuring some sort of mathematical thing where it's like, no matter what these people do, they're still going to follow the formula back to their black site somehow. You get what I'm saying here? Like, the movements of people are, if you boil down the things people do when they're moving into numbers, you get what I'm saying here? And then you're following a certain string of numbers somehow, because they know people who are doing this are apt to see these things, these stranger motions.
That's an interesting thought, huh? That it's all they've predetermined, they've figured out what the formula is, and they're waiting. Or
they found like a cross section where the formula leads you no matter what. Like when you're being led somewhere, there's these cosmic forces that pull, and whatever it is, they found like these little centers and pockets of the cosmic wind, and they sit there and catch the fish as they're being led there. Just a theory.
Well, if there's... Yeah, wow, that's a big what if to take. I mean, your friend said that this is happening, and his instinct is that they're doing it. They're the cube providers.
What did you say?
These people are the cue providers. I mean, it makes more sense that.
What's interesting is I didn't mention the walking into other people's houses part of this story, and Godwin Poe has brought up that part of the story.
Clearly a psychic.
This character seems to keep coming up with it's this, but this could be like a sort of what I'm talking about. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, there's always these little cues that lead your own psyche into directions. You get what I'm saying? Like, our brains are almost predestined to do things. Like our whole lives are written within our own minds.
Before and after.
And for the record, this is the second story with no citations and no evidence. That's what we do here. There are no citations, there are no evidence. They're not even stories. You're hearing nothing. This didn't even happen. This is not real.
So you guys were getting into DMT earlier? Is that what was going on? All of you are thinking about trying it?
I don't think that's what's happening. We just did discuss it.
No free will.
I know Lewis wouldn't try it, and that's smart. I don't think anyone should try it. I think,
I'm pulling a Charles and I'm zoned out.
I think wizards and stuff should.
Oh, I'm listening.
Well, I'm pulling a Charles and I'm zoned out.
Well, why don't you come up with a topic?
No, you gave the show over to Cyborgathan.
Yeah, but he's terrible.
Yeah.
He's fucking horrible at this.
Some DC thing where they had like a Doctor Who type guy that drove him into a spaceship.
See, I don't even know what he just said right now. Don't even know.
I didn't hear him.
I gotta get a better mic, I think.
So, Charles, have you finished your chicken nuggets now?
Yeah, I'm done with the food.
Finish
Oh,
your soggy trash nuggets, Charles.
they were actually surprisingly good this time.
Were they crispy?
Did you enjoy a nice Frosty with it?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed a very nice Frosty.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate. I never get vanilla.
Did you dip a French fry into it?
I don't do that anymore. I don't think anyone does.
What are you, ridiculous? That's the only reason I'll go to a Wendy's is to dip a Frosty fry. Thinking of frosty things, you just reminded me. I got some Glacier Cherry Gatorade in the freezer, and it's probably perfect right now.
Go, get it.
BRB.
So what sauce did you have with your nuggets?
I don't get sauce with it.
Did you get cheese on your fries?
No, you don't get cheese fries at Wendy's.
I don't know. I'm just bringing up random shit here, man. I'm just trying to keep the show going.
Yeah. So would you get your chicken nuggets from there again, Charles? Or?
Okay. Matsart, do they have Wendy's in the UK?
I believe we've got one in London,
Huh.
but I don't think we have any anywhere else. We're mainly McDonald's, Burger King, or KFC.
Oh, God, Kentucky Fried, disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Kentucky Fried Chicken either.
Why? What's wrong with that now? What's wrong with a nice, delicious Chicken Little? Except for the price of them now. Those fuckers used to be like a quarter.
Their chicken poppers are like little popcorn chicken. That stuff is delicious. But everything else, I can't stand it.
Dude, I hate their fucking original recipe. It's so greasy. Oh, God.
So what would you have instead then?
Popeyes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is KFC big in the UK?
It's one of our primary ones. Yeah, I think Burger King's kind of died over here. We've most of our chains have died over here for that one. So it's primarily either McDonald's or KFC and Subway. Subway's been quite
There, I bet. Because it don't make sense.
I'm
So
sorry.
eat fresh.
I'm sorry. We could go back to this fast food, but I can't stop obsessing over that comment from Garbage Pope. because I would say if this person, this person, I would not think at all is the person who said this one of my eyewitness accounts of this breaking story. But the whole fucking thing this person wrote, MDMA, just makes you very social and okay with walking into other people's houses. Oh, and follow a sidewalk like there's a pot of gold at the end of it. That's exactly what happened to this fucking dude. And he was in someone else's house, and he followed the quote-unquote sidewalk like there was a pot of gold, except the pot of gold was a black site. So it's interesting that this person, who I do not believe is this other person in disguise, is sharing such a similar but less extreme story, because now you can see how that pot of gold can turn into a black site when you're injecting it in your fucking dick hole or something.
Yeah.
I don't think I have maybe something that's called Molly something. Have you taken that stuff?
Who are you talking to? Fucking Glacier Cherry now. Oh, good.
Have you been on the Mollies?
Me, I used to chew that shit in my mouth. I used to eat it up.
So, would you get into a state where you could be led around by people? Is that uncommon?
No, but I'm not that kind of fella. Like when I say, and this, whatever arrogance, when I say I don't believe people should do DMT at all, except for certain kinds of people, I believe I'm one of those certain kinds of people who could use it as a positive tool. The same way with the Molly and all the psychedelics, I'm able to do it. My mind is equipped to go there and back and not become indoctrinated by what is more than likely just bullshit in your brain. Because you could boil it all down to representations of ways you feel and things you are. Like I can take that. The DMT trip would be like a microcosm to describe any kind of trip, which just happens longer. The DMT thing happens within 5 to 10 minutes. You're in and out, but it's just more extreme than anything. And it's all just manifestations of your psyche. It really is.
That's crazy. 5 to 10 minutes in and out.
You're in and out. Bing, bang, boom. I don't know what's up with these videos with shit where people are like screaming like lunatics. Like, that's why, like, some people just can't do this shit. Some brains are just not equipped for psychedelics. I almost drank this entire Gatorade already. Holy shit. So back to the fast food. Did Mathsart really go grab a Frosty?
Obviously, he's not here.
Wow. Yeah, if we end this show in a few seconds, it'll be 2-2-2, 2-2-2. But that'll never happen. Who's got more words to talk about? I was going to stay longer because Cyborgerson showed up, but he turned out to suck.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
So, Cyborgerson, what you been up to lately?
I've been ramming and jamming on some flim flam.
Some frimmity flam.
That's what they call rape in the underground community.
Yeah.
Jimmy jamming on some flim flam. They think it sounds cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'm obsessed with some work problem that fucking I can't keep myself away from. I get like that sometimes, addicted to one way or the other.
Did you get any of that?
Matt Starr, you got anything else you want to discuss? Frosty.
Well, yes, more Frosty is ultra delicious, mate. I love it very much, and I dip my own French fry in it. My pee-pee. I call it my French fry. All day. Yum, yum.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho, you tallywhackers.
So, you've been hanging out with King Jong.
Oh, I love him very much. He's the most gracious dictator. I love him so many.
Awesome.
Oh, I got fucking brain freeze, stomach freeze. I've been getting delayed brain freeze off of shit. Like, I drank a frozen
Oh, shit. I totally forgot.
What?
But you wanted me to bring up YouTube Red.
Oh, Charles.
Yeah.
What happened? Is YouTube Red dead and now it's YouTube Premium?
No, it's the same service. It's now called YouTube Premium.
That's what I just said. And he says no. He says, no, not that easy thing you just said. Here, let me say it again in 12 more words.
Shut up, Todd. All right, yes, I realize I fucked up, okay? Anywho, yeah, that's basically what it is. It's the same as YouTube Red, just a name change and a price change.
Whoa, higher price or lower?
Higher.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Not by much, though, because the price that it was at before was 10, now it's 12.
And now it includes the music and other services too, right?
Well, the thing is, you can have YouTube Premium, which comes with what YouTube Red was and music and YouTube Music, or you can just pay for YouTube Music by itself. YouTube Music by itself is 10, but if you get YouTube Premium, that's ad-free YouTube, original content on YouTube, and YouTube Music all bundled into one price, which is $11.99 a month. But with YouTube Music by itself, it's like $10 a month. It's not that much of a price increase. I mean, I subscribe to it, so it's fine.
Dude, you were going to get switched over to it regardless, and you got Google Play Music.
Yeah, but I've been using YouTube Music a lot more now because I like its interface more than Google Play Music.
Google Play Music is going away.
I know it is, but I still use Google Play Music for podcasts. Whenever I mow the lawn, I listen to podcasts. So, but it's only a matter of time before podcasts get moved to YouTube Music. Now the question,
I don't know if it's going to YouTube Music. I believe they have their own podcasting app now.
They do?
I believe so. I believe I read that somewhere. I'm not sure.
Well, if Google is going to be creating its own app for just podcasts, that would actually be kind of cool.
Oh, what the hell? Google is now getting into the video game business.
I knew that was coming. I called that
their
years
dinosaur
ago.
jump game is so popular?
No, I mean, I called that years ago. I knew that Google was going to get into it because it was the only logical choice for them to go. Cloud gaming is the future. Streaming your video games like you stream movies and TV shows with Netflix, that's the future of gaming. And Google excels in that type of market. So it would be foolish for them to not attempt it. I mean, if anyone's going to succeed at cloud gaming, it'll be Google. I can tell you that much. I mean, that would allow people to play video games on, let's say, their Android devices no, I'm not talking about mobile games. I'm talking about true, legitimate, complex video games on their mobile devices, on their Chromebooks, on their TVs even. I mean, it would be
I don't think a Chromebook, unless it's like the more expensive Chromebook, will ever be able to handle it.
If it's all done through the streaming, I don't see why it wouldn't.
You got a point there.
Yeah. I understand that you won't be able to download the actual data files of the game on a Chromebook. I can understand that. But when it's all done through the cloud, they pretty much have no limitations. The only limitations that they would have would be a person's internet connection speed. And that's it.
But they'll probably come up with some bullshit where you need to have at least 50 up and 50 down.
See, for most cloud gaming, the minimum is like 5 up and 5 down. Usually. And that's for like the bare minimum capabilities. So even if you were to have like 10 up and 10 down, then you would be getting like horrible quality. But like I said, man, cloud gaming, that's the future. Because sure, right as it currently stands right now, digital distribution is the current standard. Nobody really buys physical games anymore. They all buy their games digitally. But eventually, they're just going to start setting up subscription services where you'll be able to play your games through the streaming service.
$10 a month, play all the games you want.
Pretty much, yeah. And it'd be going down the same route as Netflix, Hulu, Amazon.
Wouldn't that be
Prime
the game version of GameFly?
No, GameFly has their own streaming service. It's called GameFly Streaming, and the GameFly Streaming app is available on, I believe, some smart TVs. I'm not really sure how many and which ones. But yeah, like I said, that's the future, man. Cloud gaming. Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yep.
That is interesting. Interesting, I say.
Yep. And now that we were talking about that, the entire call has gone completely dead silent.
No,
Because they're lame.
The stupid cat was at the door. I had to let him back in.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wants to be in here, but he does.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
fucking hot in here.
If we were talking about that MDA bullshit, woo, this call would be flying
Hey,
again.
it's 85 degrees in this room again. We could talk about the NBA if you want.
No, thank you.
I was just wanting you guys to get words in. Because I didn't want it to be dominated on this weird talks. That was just little blurbs. I filmed some stuff. I keep saying I was filming shit, but I never find the right framework to present it in. So now I've just got a bunch of shit that I'm not going to be using. But I did make some cool stuff for nothing shows. I just, it's not cool enough. I filmed myself going Sasquatch hunting in Mount Shasta.
You did?
Yeah, I did some martial arts training and Sasquatch hunting in Mount Shasta, but I don't know.
Is Mr. Frosty back?
Sasquatch aren't our friends?
You know what creeps me out? Portrait of a Woman on Chromecast. The painting. It's called Portrait of a Woman if you Google it. It constantly appears on Chromecast, and this bitch just stares at me, and I don't like her. First time I ever saw her was on mushrooms, and she was just staring me the fuck down, and I didn't appreciate it in at all.
Okay.
I can't even find
how-
the fucking painting. I just typed it in, and it's not even there.
How long have we been going? It seems like forever.
It has been forever. Are we ready to shut it down?
I think so, even though Frosty Man ain't back.
Well, unfortunately, I can't show you what this picture is because... Is this her? No, I don't think so. I'm not seeing it. But, it's pretty creepy. It's just a very creepy face always staring at me from the stupid-ass Chromecast.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, alright. Take us out of here, Charles.
This has been the hashtag Nothing Show. Thanks for watching us. We hope to see you next time.
Oh, have I just missed it?
Yep.
Oh, look, speak of the devil.
Yeah, I apologise for that. I was trying to get my father to watch our stream.
Well.
Oh, boy.
Watch us all say goodbye. So, take us out, Maths Art.
Right, Scooby-Doo, goodbye.
Whoop! Whoop!
Cyborgerson, your turn.
That's all.
Right.
Folks, until next time, this was the hashtag something show. We'll be back.
And here's some flowers for all your graves.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.